Hi guys, welcome to Sisters in the City with me, Anna Vakili.
And me, Mandi Vakili. Guys, we're going to start off by letting you know that if you aren't subscribed to Patreon, you're missing out. We just did a catch up on there and it was all about Anna's holiday with Kauslik, her couple's holiday. She spills all the tea. We have a lot of, jumping around on diverse topics.
Yeah.
And there's so much more that you get on Patreon, which Anna knows because I don't remember. What else do we offer on there?
So with Patreon, you get an extra episode every single week on a Thursday. We have the most wicked group chat.
Besties.
Which I feel like they're more besties with each other than they are with us.
Yeah.
And we do some little behind the scenes of our life.
Yeah.
Also, you get all the episodes that are video completely ad free.
Yeah, you do. Fuck those ads. Sign up to Patreon. Guys, I just want to say, before we start this episode, I was getting a bit hangry. I don't like doing my episode when I'm hungry. So we ordered some food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a diet. But she just I feel like...
I'm on a diet
we're on
as
a
well.
diet, but when we're together, we forget about it.
No.
We're both a bad influence on each other.
It's not even an influence. It's literally autopilot. My body, when you were okay, I wasn't even thinking about the food yet. We was we're going to start this episode. And then Mandi was like,
so you
know
put
what?
It on me, yeah? So you put it on me, yeah?
Yeah, so Mandi was like, I'm hungry. And I was like, as soon as she said that, I was like, okay. So I brought up the delivery app. Bring up the app. And I'm like, well, what do you want to eat? Do you want to eat
You gave me some options. What were those options?
I gave her Nando's gyro or Indian.
Stop saying gyro, it's gyro.
Gyro or Indian. And then Mandi was like, yeah. I was like, what about this Indian? You were like, yeah. And you said, yeah. But while I'm looking at these and I order it, it's autopilot. It's
autopilot, we add the samosas on the side. It's an autopilot order.
Yeah. So it was samosas. I got myself some chicken curry, which was butter chickeny.
In
it
a
was
box.
banging.
And I got mine in a little box. And then after you finish the food, you go off autopilot. It's you suddenly wake up.
And then
it's you're on a day, you don't wake up, yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like that's how men feel about
Cheating.
Yeah.
They're on autopilot and after
they're on autopilot, they're just thinking with their brains in their cock, they're thinking with their dick.
Yeah.
The dick goes inside, they finish,
and
then they're like, what the fuck did I do?
What is that? They look down on their sperm, wherever.
Their sperm. She doesn't think about saying the C-U-M word, so she's the sperm, it sounds any less graphic. It sounds fucking graphic.
They look down on the cum and they're like, what have I done?
We women have that experience with food.
Yeah, I have that with food so badly. It's autopilot and then I wake up. It's when I'm ordering and I'm eating all this unhealthy food, I'm looking down on myself from above,
making mistakes.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you doing, Anna? Stop
You're
being
a fat bitch.
Order the healthy option. And then my body's
yeah.
Anyway, this whole room smells like Indian food.
Yeah.
And also, we put on the delivery, please bring us cutlery. And they didn't bring us cutlery. And then me and Mandi were in a situation because it was rice and chicken and all that. And we were like, what the hell are we going to do? We have no cutlery. We had to, I don't even know why I'm telling everyone this, but we drove.
Carry on telling the story while I get myself a new drink.
So we had to drive. It's a new studio. We don't have cutlery in here. So we had to drive, find a shop, get cutlery, came back.
And all of that,
then
the pressure of trying to make sure the food does not get cold.
And then I dropped my samosa on the floor and I picked it up and then
You ate it on the floor?
No.
The secret's behind my back that you're doing. I didn't know. Was it the samosa that I ate?
No. It was a part of the samosa, which I put in the bin, but when I picked it up, my brand new nails are yellow now.
Went yellow.
And I'm really upset by it.
It's all that turmeric and spices that make it taste so good.
I love Indian food, man.
Speaking of Indian food, all right. Actually, you know what? Right now, before I go on to that, can I just say, does anyone else have these rolls? These problems, these rolls?
Rolls on rolls.
I hate these rolls. I was once put a caption saying I've got more rolls than a Japanese sushi menu. I used to be really clever with my caption.
I know, you used to be so
That was before you went on Love Island.
When I said that to you before, I was like, Mandi, your captions used to be so good and quirky. You got angry at me.
Because at that point, I was still trying.
No, I was like, okay.
I'm I hate these rolls. Someone help me. What do I do at these? Anyway, I used to be really cool, but after you came out on Love Island, I found everything really cringe.
I find everything on Instagram cringe now. When I post, I find captioning cringe. When I used to enjoy it, I used to find quotes and I used to go through lyrics and find something I like, but now I find it cringe.
Yeah, go on Drake lyrics.
I feel like I'm at that age now.
We're too old.
I know. Someone hates it when we say we're too old, apparently.
I don't care if someone hates it.
Okay, anyway.
Someone hates... Oh, well.
So
It's a joke.
basically, I want to be that person that captions like about my life. But
Do
the thing
that.
is-
You should do
Oh,
that.
it's weird though when I'm like turning around, almost breaking my back for a Fashion Nova picture to caption it like this new stage of my life.
You
I'm
can't
going
do
through
that on
these
a Fashion Nova
different.
picture because that would be weird. And also, I don't think Fashion Nova would accept it. You can't do it. It has to be those candid photos where you're like,
I don't
but
have
we don't
many.
we don't have photos like that.
Well, recently we are in our dumps.
we are. We're in dump war.
We're in dump
We are
war.
in dump war.
So-
and you're holding my pictures hostage.
No.
There you are. Okay, actually.
So basically, yeah.
we live very similar lives. We live parallel lives.
So now we've started doing all these dump things on Instagram. We're trying to like, I think I was better at the dumps. And then suddenly your last dump was really good. And it's just like, you kind of like beat me a little bit.
I knew it was going to burn you. The family, like the immigrant one. Yeah,
and your caption was good.
it was. I knew it was going to burn you.
Yeah. And
I
now
just knew it.
my next one has to beat yours.
Oh, so you're
Mine-
saving a little dump album. She told me to make a dump album and put all potential photos
shouldn't have given
for
away-
a dump in the dump album.
shouldn't have given away
and
my
she gave
secret.
away that secret, and now I'd be doing that. But because we're doing the same things, yeah. So like,
So
we'll be
this,
somewhere.
we had a really amazing news the other week, which was basically one of our best friends. You know, she's getting married in September. It's really exciting, actually.
That's why I said when it comes, speaking of Indian, because she's
Yeah.
marrying an Indian man.
She's marrying an Indian man. She's having an Indian wedding. But anyway, we'll get onto that later. She basically proposed.
She didn't propose, Rare.
She proposed to us.
She didn't propose.
She did.
She surprised us.
She proposed.
That's the only proposal we're getting. So we'll take it.
It was a bridesmaid proposal.
Proposal.
She proposed for us to be her bridesmaid, and I said yes.
We said
I
yes.
said yes.
It was not. You can't say no. I wouldn't want to say no, but nobody says no and something like that.
I'm sure some people would say no, but I mean, I was so.
What is a horrible person? It's an honor to be asked.
I was flat. I was like emotional. I had tears in my eyes.
I got shivers. It was like an emotional
Yeah,
orgasm
no,
went
I'd-
through me.
Yeah, an emotional orgasm.
Yeah, it went through me.
I had goosebumps, and then I was like, yes. Me and my-
You didn't say yes.
I did. I literally said I do.
Oh, you were in your own motherfucking world, bitch. You said everybody else said yes. Everybody else was like, oh, thank you so much. Oh my
I
God,
said,
what?
yes, I do.
Thank you. This is so sweet. I'd love to.
No one must have heard me. I said, yes, I do.
Wow, that must have been your moment.
Yeah.
That was really a moment,
I
Anna.
got to this big age. It's the only proposal I've had, so I'm
But she
thinking-
is inspiring. She's motivating. She is one of our close friends. And she actually is a bit older than Anna, like a year older than you.
Yeah, she's, I think, 35.
And she did not settle for anything. She's been through so many relationships, completely like self-destructive ones that would make you lose hope in love. But she's really come out on the other side. She's like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like she didn't settle. She's found someone.
And he's a nice guy. He's a good guy.
a good guy.
Small percentage. You know them like that
0.0001%.
She found that one. Touch wood.
Touch fucking wood, bitch. Wood
Yeah.
here.
So anyway, I'm really excited about the Indian wedding. I'm excited to wear the whole outfit.
Yeah, but I love that they're doing like 2 days Indian ceremony and then they've got like the Western ceremony.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I've never been to an Indian wedding before.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited like to do this. And she said, obviously everyone's going to be in Indian attire as well.
So we going southful and we getting the outfit.
I'm getting all blinged out. I want the little nose ring with them attaching to my ear, hair,
All of it,
everywhere.
yeah.
I want the bindi.
I'm
I
so
look a bit Indian as well. I want to look like a Bollywood princess.
Yeah, you
I
are.
might just- yeah.
Me too. I could get away with being Indian,
Yeah.
maybe. No, like maybe.
Like someone who's migrated from like Sweden and like with their parents and grew up in India, maybe.
I know, but anyway, we've never been bridesmaids before.
Right, we've never been bridesmaids.
Like-
Tell everyone the comment. Tell everyone
Yes,
the comment.
so I thought you said don't give a fuck about a comment. Someone commented, some really horrible troll. Yeah, they said, because we were talking about how, you know, it's our bridal shower, our friend's bridal shower. Little did we know it was a bridesmaid proposal. Anyway, we were talking about that. And then how we've never had any of our friends get married. We've not been to many birthdays. Sorry,
I said burgers.
we've not been to many weddings before. We've never been to baby showers because none of our friends did that stuff, you know? And then someone commented saying the reason why you've not been invited to any weddings or, you know, baby showers is probably because you two will dress so inappropriately.
Yeah.
Because you'd want all the attentions on yourself.
I mean, at a baby shower, isn't that creepy?
I mean-
like we would not turn up to a baby shower, especially like with our titties out. And also, we still haven't been invited to any baby showers. Same way we haven't been invited to any weddings.
The reason why we did say it before, and I'll say it again for the fucking trolls, the reasons why we haven't been invited to weddings is because none of our friends get married.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say the same reason why we're not invited to weddings is the same reason why we're not invited to baby showers.
Yeah.
Because there aren't any friends of ours getting married and having kids.
And the ones that did have kids, they didn't get married. The ones that had kids just fucking disappeared out of our lives. You know, them people that just like forget about their
baby and popped out of our lives.
Yeah. And
maybe because they didn't want us to dress inappropriate. Maybe they fucking disappeared because they didn't want us to dress inappropriately to baby shower and their wedding.
Bullshit, man. We're not like that. Like, it's actually bullshit. We're actually not like that.
You know what I see? It's like jealousy. They don't want us to come there and be sitting there mad. He's a groom and he might just change his mind that day.
It's so unfair as well, because most of the outfits we would wear, we got big bum and boobs.
What can we do when you're made like a porn star? You made yourself like a porn star.
Yeah,
what can you do?
You correct yourself really quick.
I had to correct myself real quick.
Yeah, you made yourself like a porn star.
I don't like it. I regret it.
Nothing fits.
Nothing fits. Nothing works.
I regret it too. Sometimes I feel really uncomfortable by my own arse.
Nothing. Yeah, me too. I don't think you do, because you always been wearing tight clothes.
So do you.
No, I don't.
What do you on a night out?
No. Oh, no. On a night out, that brings me to a whole other topic I want to talk about. We were really digressing right now.
Then what?
Okay, so another thing I want to talk about is like,
No, we need to address what you said about me wearing tight clothes.
Casual stuff, like going places, you wear like tight leggings, tight shorts and a thing, which is not normal people would wear.
Yeah.
But I kind of avoid that because I hate men so much and I fear their attention. No, I'm not joking. I actually rate it that you're just confidently wanting to do what you want to do and you just do what you want to do, wear what you want to wear. Whereas I have to choose my outfit on the day based on men, because I get angry
when they call or shout from their window,
catcalling and things, and just the staring. I get angry. And like, I went to Oxford Street with my mom. I was wearing no makeup. I had a white t-shirt, kind of baggy, and like shorts. They weren't tight. They weren't baggy. They were like, you know, like women's boxers almost, yeah? Like men's boxers, but they're that baggy one, boxer shorts.
Yeah.
And mum, I could tell non-stop pervs and pervs. Mummy kept saying it to me, yeah?
What?
She's like, it makes me sick. Like, I'm walking with you and that man stops the conversation staring. Oh, that man. Mummy's noticing all the time because I'm living with mummy, innit? And how uncomfortable must make her feel. Like, if it was my daughter, I would be really annoyed.
Yeah.
I'd get angry, yeah?
Yeah.
I was walking with my neighbour to the pub the other day. I'm walking with my neighbour to the pub, Anna. A car stopped in the middle of a main road. This road is not a normal road. It's a 40-mile-per-hour road.
Yeah.
Stopped in the middle of the road trying to call out to me. And she was like, God, this must be you, because it's definitely not me. It was me back in the day. Obviously, I know it's me. Like, and I was wearing the tight legging shorts that I saw you wearing today, yeah? Early today, you were wearing it. And then walked, and I saw that car pulled up into the side road on my right.
Waiting for you to get there.
Waiting for me to pass, right? Scary. So they, on the main road, a 40-mile-per-hour road, they've turned into the side road, stopped on the right, and then now it's like a street road, a house road kind of road, yeah? I walk past, and then they now pull out again, following me again. And then I go to the petrol station, and I knew as soon as I walk to the petrol station, they're going to turn right into the petrol station. They go into the petrol station, and I go in, and then as I'm walking out, he's like, marry me, just, will you marry me? I want you to marry me. I was like, I've got a boyfriend. Who cares? Can we be friends? Jarred me so much that those shorts, but every single day after that day, I got harassed so much. And that day with mummy in Oxford Street, I've been wearing baggy clothes. Because obviously men are men, they're disgusting pervs, right? Most of them, they want like tits and arse. It obviously makes them feel like, ooh, I'd love to sleep with that or whatever.
Yeah, not that they want to take it seriously.
Not they want to take it seriously, no. And you know what? I must say, one of my ex-boyfriends that I was with before, he used to always say to me, because he was with me before I had a BBL, and I said to him, I want a BBL, blah, blah. He always said to me, you know, it won't make a difference in terms of like finding a man who loves you and wants to be with you. It's only going to make a difference in terms of more men wanting to have sex with you, because you're just going to look like a sex toy, or whatever. Which I don't look like a sex toy, because I definitely that fucking.
We've just been showing
my roles and cellulite and all that. But he was like, it ain't going to make anything better in terms of like love or relationships. So I just do want you to know that it hasn't changed my life in any way, apart from I get more harassed by men. Do you know what I mean?
On the streets,
or just like perved on. Anyway, I was just gonna say, like, I genuinely don't like attention from men. And I went to the gym actually to David Lloyd's not long ago, and I was with Gingerbread in the gym, and I could not work out. I was so uncomfortable. I was wearing tight shorts and a t-shirt, and it made my body look really nice because it was a baggy t-shirt and tight shorts. You know how that combo makes your body look really good
Because it hides all the rolls and it shows the bum.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't work out. I was going to Gingerbread. I was like, Gingerbread, I feel really uncomfortable. Like,
Why was people
staring? They're not even staring. Some of them aren't even staring in like a, oh my gosh, she's hot way. They're just staring because it's quite an unusual body and it's obvious like that I've had some kind of surgery, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a normal body shape. And I was like, I don't like it. And then I see other girls, they're wearing really tight clothes. They don't have BBLs. They don't have that kind of body, but they look good. They look like, almost like, you know,
really toned and
like their bodies are hot. But they're also getting stared at, 100%.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I see other girls. And then Gingerbread was like to me, like, I think girls like attention. I think a lot of girls do like the attention. He's right. I realized this. As soon as he said this, I realized he's right.
What do you mean?
A lot of girls do like it. And I think when I was young, I think I liked it too. When I was like in my early 20s, I think I liked it. Like, I think as I've got older, I don't like it. But I think I must have liked it.
I know what you mean, but I hate it. I wear tight clothes, but I barely go out on the streets walking. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I was wearing shorts earlier today and like a tight top, but I'm in the car, out the car, literally straight in the car. Like, no, I'm not walking around on the streets. But like there are times that I will wear tight clothes and be walking around. That is true.
It's just jarring, isn't it?
I'm not, when I'm putting the clothes on, I'm not thinking
Same as me
about
those 2 days.
And once I get onto the streets, I'm like, fuck, but we shouldn't change the way we dress for men.
But to be fair, Anna, that day I wore it when I went to the pub, I did want my body to look nice.
Yeah.
But for myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, I want my body to look nice for God. I wanted to accentuate my body and on that day. Then again, I guess it comes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because when I got to the pub, when I'm actually there and I'm drinking and there's a vibe and everyone's outdoor, I actually don't mind the looks and the attention. I just didn't like it on the way. Which
You don't like catwalk. You don't like catcalling. Yeah, I hate that as well.
Or cars stopping and pulling up or random guys. I don't know, I just don't like it. But then I'm a bit of a hypocrite because when I want it, I want it. Like if I'm on a night out, I'm going somewhere and I want to dress up, I actually like getting attention. Not that I'm going to do anything with it.
But when you're in the gym or you're like, not
when I want to be invisible, I want to be invisible.
Yeah.
I want to be visible. I should have that cloak that Harry Potter's got. Put it on when I don't want to be seen. Take it off when I want to be seen.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've completely gone on another topic. We were talking about why we're not invited to weddings and
yeah, the truth is, so basically, our friends, none of our friends got married. Like this is the first time one of our close friends is getting married. Literally.
Yeah.
It's the first time. It's the first time one of our best friends is getting married.
I know.
How mad.
But I do think that some of these people that do get married quite young, like it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work sometimes. I think, look, we have waited longer than
all
a lot
of our
of people.
friends are the same though. She's 35. Our other friend, best friend that's engaged, she got engaged at the age of 33, 32 or something.
Yeah.
And
even the friends that we don't talk to anymore.
Yeah, all of them.
The friends that we recently stopped talking to, they're also like,
in their 30s
and they're not engaged or married or have kids.
They're not even in relationships.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, they were when we were.
But friends are alike, innit? So you're more likely to be friends with people that are similar to you. We've never really been the type of people that wanted to like settle down and raise a child in our 20s. No, we wanted to wait.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that I did in a way.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I didn't get married in my 20s for sure. Yeah. It's worked for me. I always feel like personally for me, like I wanted to get all my like fun years out of the way as much as I could, because I do think that when in your 20s, when you're full of energy and you really want to go clubbing and you want to party, like not everyone's into that, but I was.
Me too.
I would want to do that, being like more
and
free.
Also just like have fun and be free and be single.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I wish I had more single years. I think I spent a lot of time in like these stupid long relationships. Like, what was that?
I had a lot of single time, to be fair.
Yeah.
But now I'm at that stage in my life where I do feel like I am ready.
Yeah, but we're different now.
For marriage.
Because we, for example.
Or kids even.
We don't have the same energy to go partying like we did. Like I go out on a night out, when it hits 1 o'clock, I am yawning, I'm tired. I'm not ready to go start like backing shots and pop. Like it's not the same.
Yeah.
I'm not at that stage in my life. So that's why it's the perfect stage of my life.
But we're also not completely done with it either.
We're not.
So like even recently we went to Mykonos, and like the fact that we enjoyed what we did in Mykonos and partied every day and drank every day, that shows that like I'm still not done with it either. I'm not gonna lie, I still want to go to Miami. I want to go like, you know, I want to go to Vegas. I want to go to like New York. I want to drink and I want to have all of this fun without thinking about a child.
Are we talking about marriage or kids? I was talking about marriage.
So like kids, yeah, a bit later on if I have the time. Because
I was talking about
fertility.
marriage.
Marriage, yeah, because marriage won't change anything.
It does though. When you're single, you go partying and stuff. It's more fun.
No, 100%. I'm talking about now in my life. Like after being
now. So I'm saying now we're at that stage that we're not doing it as much. We're not doing it the way we used to either. Even when we were in Mykonos, we'll do day, we won't do night. We'll do night, we won't do day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we'd go day, night. It was crazy. So I'm glad in those years, I wasn't in a marriage and I wasn't like...
Me too.
Settled down.
Yeah,
you know, because I do think a lot of people, when they're younger and they settle down, a lot of people, they get to their 30s and they're like, fuck. And then they just have like, and then they get to their 30s and 40s and they have a midlife crisis.
And we call it in Persian a word called order. And it's like basically means like a void. Like, have you seen, for example, people that grew up broke and they suddenly get loads of money, like new money. They're like putting chains and watches and Ferraris and they're blowing on designer. It's called like, we call it order, like they've got a void that they need to like fill. And that's also with people I feel like that have been in serious, committed, monogamous relationships very young, for very long, when they become single, they're suddenly like for the streets, bro.
Yeah.
Like for real, for the streets. Like they're sleeping around, they're partying, they're clubbing in clubs full of 20-year-olds when they're like 35, 40. It's because they feel like they missed out.
Don't say 35, 40. I'm 35.
Yeah, but we're not
35
clubbing.
Next
we're
year.
not clubbing the way we were used to be clubbing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, we were talking a lot.
So the bridesmaid's proposal was so dreamy. It was so nice. The decor and like everyone was dressed really pretty, florally,
It was
girly.
like, what was the theme? She had a theme. It was like Parisian, like very girly, feminine, floral theme.
Yeah. And then we each had like a box where when we opened it, it was a surprise. There was a little like a letter and it was personalized for each person. That was the most emotional part. And it was basically like, will you be my bridesmaid?
And you open the box and then she says on the box, will you be my bridesmaid?
It was amazing.
It was the biggest shock ever. Like the biggest surprise.
Mandi opens her box. Next thing you know, the whole room smells like smoke.
And there's a fire on the table. What is it with me and setting things on fire? Like honestly, it's a sign.
It was
I'm going to hell. Like what is going on? I opened my box and the lid of the box landed on a candle because this beautiful table was full of candles. And then the future bride's older sister was like, man, your box is on fire. And oh my God, it was literally on fire. What did she do? She was like slapping it with a cloth. It was actual fire. Ran outside because the smoke alarm was going to go off. Ran outside into the little garden terrace bit. And my beautiful personalized box was on fire.
Typical Mandi.
Like, why is that?
You killed the most emotional moment.
Yeah.
And
it was getting a bit cheesy. I had to kill it.
Like, it was like the most emotional. I was about to cry and then suddenly like the whole fire thing put me off.
It was so emotional. Everyone was like on the brink of tears. It was the most romantic moment I have had in years.
Yeah. So anyway, also, right? So basically we were planning her hen do, which was a surprise hen do for months, right? And when I say Mandi basically ruined the surprise of her hen do like twice before, because on the day of her bridesmaid proposal, we were her sister had planned to announce it to her. But before that, Mandi, like we'd be out on a night out and Mandi would accidentally let it slip about like her hen do and she'd be like, what?
Oh my God, your hen do, like you've planned what we're going to do. Oh,
You're that person.
That's what I said. What did I say that I fucked it up?
You said something like, oh, you've got your wedding and your hen do.
Yeah, when she wasn't meant to know she was like, hen do.
And she did it twice. She did it another time as well when we were at your house.
You know what?
When I say like, it was so quiet and everyone stared at each other when Mandi said about, and your hen do, and I literally got up and walked away because I was just like dying.
And her sister was really angry with me. She's like, your fucking big mouth.
Yeah, ruining it.
She was really angry with me, but it's not my fault I've got a big mouth.
Anyway, I think she pretended that she didn't know, but
she pretended, yeah. She'd pretend she's deaf in times, like she didn't even hear me.
Yeah, and then anyway, on the actual day of the bridesmaid proposal, her sister did this like ticket to Bodrum, like a surprise, like you're going to Bodrum for your hen do.
So I was the one who was basically a designated chosen person to hand over the ticket of a hen do to her to basically like officially surprise her with it. But it wasn't much of a surprise because I already fucked it up twice. But that moment was just like such a proud moment for me.
Yeah, so this is what I mean by we're at dump war. So I was like, I'm going to take a picture of the ticket because it's so like cute for the dump. And then Mandi did a better idea.
Yeah.
Where she was like handing it to her.
You don't want to go to war with me, bitch. Right? I'm creative when I want to be, bitch. So she won this competition.
I'm annoyed.
So we're in dump war because we literally have the same experiences. So like she takes a picture of the cake, I take a picture of the cake. She takes a picture of the ticket, I take a picture. So it's really annoying. You need to like go and get your own life. Anyway, I just want to say like the reason I kept fucking up the hen do thing is because like who has a surprise hen do? I never thought a hen do would be a surprise. Like it's always something that the bride plans herself, right? But obviously she's got a super close sister who's doing it all for her. But like, would you do that for me? Would you surprise me? Because I'm starting to think that you're a shite sister, Anna. Would you surprise me with anything?
I feel like though, we're not very much the personalities to be surprised.
What? Yeah, because I got my hair done, my nails done, my
we got too many appointments to book. We got too many like things to plan around it. You know, I don't know.
I need each outfit designate a plan for the day.
Exactly.
I like to know where I'm going. The outfit has to be, my outfits are allocated to each like a place.
Yeah.
Like for Mykonos, I had my dress for Zuma. I had my dress for Scorpios. I had my dress, I had my, you know?
Yeah, day, night. You know what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think you're a shit sister.
Why? Just because you're going to see. Because when it happens for you, I'm going to be doing the most.
God knows when it's going to happen.
I planned your 30th birthday with you and I've done loads of surprises for you.
Oh, what?
Oh my God, every fucking room in that mansion, I've done a surprise. I had the sweet section, the popcorn section, the pharmacy section.
It wasn't a surprise, we did it
the
together.
Love Island section. No, I told you about it a few days before your birthday, but I'd already planned it all and I bought all the stuff.
Yeah,
with your money.
I
actually bought all the stuff with your money because you were making all the money at that time. You had no idea all that money going out of your account.
That was such a great party.
Anyway, talking of baby showers and bridesmaids and weddings and whatnot.
And having the same life experiences.
It's really made us think about our own family planning.
Me and Mandi have decided at this big age that we should go and get our eggs checked because
it was Anna's idea.
Our whole 20s and even at the beginning of our 30s, we didn't even think about it. I don't know how it didn't even cross our mind, but then recently I feel overwhelmed by the thought of eggs. It's all I think about and we speak about it non-stop.
We're always talking about eggs and the expectations we have the eggs.
Yeah, literally. Why?
Anyway,
suddenly, it's like the last year, suddenly.
All right, so first of all, I want to say in school, they are teaching you nothing, yeah?
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I thought you make eggs every month. I thought you create new eggs every month. I thought you had a limitless amount of eggs until you go to menopause, and I thought menopause happens different times for each person. I knew nothing about eggs.
It does happen.
No, but there is a bracket where it's most likely to happen, right? I knew nothing about eggs. They don't teach you about fertility in school. They don't be teaching you about taxes. You grow up and you get fucked.
They're about mortgages, interest rates. You don't learn nothing. None of these important things.
Nothing.
How?
So we went all shagging our way through our 20s, not knowing. And then suddenly...
You make us sound like really like
no, we're not.
Like hoes.
We're not. We're actually really good girls.
I wouldn't say we're really good girls.
I would say we're really good girls.
I'd say...
somebody wrote under our thing, like, why are you acting like you're such good girls when, like, you're not shaking your ass on your Instagrams?
Oh, no, that person said that... They said, why are you acting like...
you're saying...
You get... Because you know how we said, how can guys be okay with their girls having their, like...
Sexy photos. And they're like, you're twerking in a thong. I stopped there for a moment. The guy who trolled us commented saying... How can you judge women who take sexy photos? Not that we're judging, we were just saying,
we weren't
if I
judging.
was a man, I wouldn't want to be with a woman who does that because I would be possessive.
Because we even said that we would do that ourselves. If we would take sexier photos. If we
I would take sexier photos as well, yeah.
If I didn't have a boyfriend that didn't like it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't, but I mean, now I would have, but maybe a few years ago I would have.
Maybe a few years ago.
I didn't even do it a few years ago, so I just don't think I'm going to do it. My mum would probably kill me, so we're just
I've taken really like hot lingerie, sexy photos.
I have as well, but we were talking about really expose.
Like, yeah, like...
When you got an OnlyFans girl and you see her Instagram and she's trying to push her content.
And they're like...
Push her new content live on my link. Like those kind of things, I ain't got those.
And we literally said... Well, like, yeah, you go, girl. If you were a guy and you had a girlfriend like that, how you're okay with her doing that? Like, you should be like, baby,
your body, mine is for me.
It's time for you to stop. I'm gonna pay your way or something like that.
All right. Anyway, we read this. So this guy commented saying, I don't know how you guys are saying this, like, as if you're not twerking in thongs on your Instagram. Boy, when I say I had to stop for a second, I think, who the fuck has twerked in a thong on their Instagram? Because it ain't me, bro. So it must be you, Anna.
I think once, very long ago.
What?
Like 2 years ago.
Was it a real?
No, we were all in. We were in Dubai, smoking shisha, and we were messing around, and we were on the sunbed, and I turned around and did a little twerk.
No, you weren't. You were from the front, Anna. So you turned around. You did not turn around when I'm on one side, your cousin's on the other side.
What did I do?
Because that's the first thing that came into
We
my
need to
head.
go and find this video.
We need to find this video because allegations will be allocating on our arse.
Maybe we could put it in the corner and just cover my situation.
Anyway, I don't even know where the fuck we came. Where were we?
That's the only video I can think of. I
Yeah.
mean, I twerked on fucking Love Island, Mandy.
Yeah.
In a swimwear.
Yeah, but it's not, you're on a show, you're filmed for 24 hours.
Living my life.
You're living life. You're cracking jokes with your girls and you're twerking. It's that you're not putting a fucking camera or a phone on a tripod and then turning around in your room and twerking in a thong.
No, I've never done that.
Yeah, nobody's done that here.
No, I mean, even that time, I'm with my friends on a beach and we're
If
just
I'm
like
doing that,
messing
I'm getting
around.
paid to do that. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about before that?
I don't know.
Cut right here, Finn, until we remember. It was.
I have no idea. What were we talking about?
Eggs. We were talking about eggs.
How did we? How did the eggs turn into tight clothes? Or not tight clothes, that was earlier on. How did eggs turn into bongs? Oh, good girls.
That's it, that we remember now. So you know what? We are digressing. But you know, a lot of people message me on my Instagram. Do you know what they say?
What?
They love the way we jump. Yeah.
Digress.
Yeah, they love
really?
it.
I would hate it. But then it's like, do you know what I mean? Because I'd be like on a subject and then suddenly it's like another subject and then I'm like, what was the other subject? And then
But people who are listening to this, they're here just to hear
I
chit
feel
chat,
like-
general girly chit chat. They're
I
not
think
here
it-
for a structured interview.
Yeah, also, I think the people that listen to us are a lot like us.
Yeah. I get so many memes sent to me, yeah, and so many messages about it. I love like the people messaging me saying like how you went from like sex life to how okras play with their food and eat their food. Like honestly, it's beyond me.
Yeah, do you know what? I must say, we do talk about like the trolling comments and stuff, but we have just so much love and support, yeah? It's actually mad. And I just want to quickly say like, we really love you and we really, really appreciate you.
Yeah, we
Thank
do.
you for loving and supporting us and being there and positive. But anyway, let's...
it's something really rushed. Can we go back to our eggs?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say this so they're nice after what we tell them?
No, what are we telling
Please be nice.
Oh,
please be nice.
After what we tell them?
Yeah, so we have some news to
How could they
we
not-
have some news to crack like an egg.
How could we not be nice?
All
How
the
could they...
puns. We have some exciting news to share.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Extravagant.
Yeah, it's not really extravagant.
It's not. It's an example.
It's an example that
But
all
you-
you women need
Yeah.
to get your eggs checked, because me and Anna went for our eggs checked.
Yeah.
And we have the same eggs, as she was saying.
So-
I'll let you continue.
Well, he cut that part out, but yeah.
We have the same eggs.
Yes.
I'll let Anna continue.
So me and Mandy went to London Women's Clinic in Harley Street and we had a fertility MOT. So we have recorded a vlog. I'm not sure if the vlog's coming out before or after this, but either way, for the people that don't watch
We
the
saw
vlog,
Professor.
he was amazing,
I
guys.
fell in love with him, I'm not gonna lie. He
Yeah.
was about 80 something,
Yeah.
but I do want to marry him.
I don't think it was 80 something.
I fell in love with
I
him.
think he was like in his 70s.
Honestly,
60s. No, 70s or 60s?
honestly, late 70s.
70s.
I really wanted to end up with someone like that, man. Like,
Yeah,
I
me
wanted to end up with
too.
someone super intelligent, like about women's empowerment, women's rights, women's like intelligent,
Like
intelligent.
he's a professor, Mandy.
He's a woke. He's a woke.
And in the right way woke.
Do you think he's like watching Andrew Tate? Do you think he's like thinking, oh, does she have a BBL or Batty or no?
No.
He is a real intelligent man.
He's a professor.
He's a professor.
Yeah, when I was just in the same area, like his energy that radiated from him was just like,
Making me horny.
they're not going to let us ever go back to the London Women's
He
Clinic.
knew how when you asked him, how do they make like, eggs
He
in
knew
a
everything.
laboratory. He knew how.
Yeah, apparently, no, not how they make eggs, how they make the hormones to help the eggs when they do egg freezing.
Because now there's research being done on how to create eggs for women who are older. Did you not tell him?
And it's coming from turn back the clock for
and
women.
preserve eggs.
Yeah. Anyway,
It was a very, very in detailed, intelligent conversation that we should not be having.
and yeah, we should not even go there. But I'm like, he kept saying as well, you're a pharmacist.
I
They was
know.
putting
I really
pressure on me.
appreciate as well when you said she studied law. That was a really sweet thing that you did. Took me out the shadow.
But because he was like, oh, Ada, you're a pharmacist.
Yeah.
And then when he was like talking about all these hormones and all these things about like eggs.
Yeah.
And he was like, but you should maybe probably know because you're a pharmacist.
You know about the AMH, FSM.
Do you think I remember what I got taught in pharmacy like 10 years ago in a lecture that I probably didn't even go to and I studied at home?
It should be your passion. You should wake up in the morning and think, I want to study eggs.
I don't.
Not I want to watch Love is Blind, Love Island. You should be thinking, I want to know about eggs and chromosomes.
I'm really disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
I am.
Me
I'm
too. I
disappointed.
should have married someone like this.
Yeah, we should have really been settled down with men like that, like a really smart.
I just feel like they wouldn't want to be with me.
Yeah, because you did say that because after we left, me and Mandy sat there and we were like, how comes we didn't end up with a man like that? And then Mandy was like, it was you that said they probably wouldn't go for girls like us.
We were like, I got my lip full of my BBL, my hair extension. Do you think they even attracted remotely to someone like that?
Well, I read a book for the first time in 20 years.
That's one book you read in 20 years and it was a thriller. These people are not ending up with girls like that. They're not interested. They have that, what's that thing called where you get turned on by them?
Sapiosexuals.
They're sapiosexuals.
I think you're just judging them. You never know. They might be out for like...
I watched a lot of series and I see women that go for dinner and they have loads of conversation
about books and politics.
If you met another woman in a similar department and they have so much conversations about science and sales.
I'm not going to lie. I want that though, because like in your relationship, I experienced it obviously going on holiday with Cowsley. It would have been great if we had great things to, talk about. So
Imagine me, you're, at least Cowsley's remotely intelligent.
Yeah.
Gingerbeard.
Yeah, but you don't have, don't get me wrong, it's nothing to do with intelligence. You don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, I don't even know how we're doing this podcast.
Yes, we talk a load of shit. But basically, I wanted to talk to him about the book that I'm reading, this thriller.
Yeah.
And then I realized that maybe if I had read informative books that teach you things about the world and life and, I don't know, philosophy.
100%.
I'd have that to talk to him about. Or he'd have to be on the same page as me.
No, but at least one of you would be a party to conversation.
No, because he'd have to also be able to give me something back.
Yeah, but he would show interest in learning. So look, I've had that experience. Obviously, Gingerbeard isn't that much of like a talkative person. He doesn't have that much of a personality like me. So like when I have things to talk about, he's intrigued and he listens. I feel like that's why he wants to be with me.
Right.
Because if I was someone like himself, would be dead.
Yeah.
But like I've read things and I speak about it it just ignites conversation. So we should be reading more.
We should definitely.
We're just not going to be reading about cells and like eggs, are we? Because he's a professor.
But maybe like philosophy and just have better general knowledge. Don't you think? My general knowledge is shy. It's so shy.
We need to be reading, you know what? Our editor said we need to be reading the news more, keeping up with the news. I tried and it's really difficult because it's like Labour says that we are this, the Conservative Party says this. And like, it's not news that, engages me.
Well, it should. It's so important, politics.
Do you think, guys, are you interested in politics? Should we start doing politics segments on here? Let us know what you think. I don't mind getting into politics. I did study international relations and politics.
Look, see, we have got digressed completely. We went on, I don't know how we ended up.
We need to talk about eggs.
Yeah, so we went to the professor and then he checked. It was amazing. He put this thing
inside of us.
It was a camera thing and then he just swiveled it around and it was amazing. It was incredible. I saw our insides.
And he actually knows what our insides mean. For us, it just looks like a big black and white blur.
Yeah.
For him, he can identify what's an egg, what's a blood vessel, what's the lining of the uterus.
Amazing.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. He has a brain,
Yeah.
You know what? His DNA should reproduce and reproduce and reproduce.
You know what?
My DNA should be thick for generations after me.
You know what? Yeah. Maybe that's why we're always like, men are trash, men are shit, because we don't around men like that enough.
Where do we find professors? I'm in a relationship. It's too late.
Yeah. Plus, I just don't, like you said, I don't think they'd be interested in us.
Do you know what? I did have a super intelligent person there before. He might be watching this actually.
Yeah.
And he was super intelligent,
And he
CEO,
fell in-
genius.
And he fell in love with you.
He fell in love with me.
So there is.
He was one of those people that just listen to him talk, his amount of knowledge and wisdom he
But
had.
man, do you know what? I think you're such a lovable person.
I just love it when you ran the compliment me like this.
But you know why? Like, I feel like if I was such an intelligent person, like a professor and a man, I would fall in love with you. You're such a like, you have such a personality that like when you fall in love, there's no one else like you.
Do you think?
Yeah, like you're so funny.
Every other girl looks like me on Instagram.
No, you're so funny and loving. You know, you're so loving and funny, and there is no one else like you. You're unique.
Really?
Yeah, and maybe this professor wants to have someone that brings good energy. And like funny, and you're not like really like.
Carry on, keep going. I've got a bogey here. Sorry.
No, but I mean, I'm just trying to. I was complimenting you, and I was thinking maybe this professor would want someone that's like got like such an amazing energy and aura about them. That
you really bring my confidence up.
You have the most amazing personality, yeah. But then I think, do you bring that to Gingerbeard? And I actually think you do. And I think you do bring that into his life.
100%.
But you do bring a lot of toxicity as well.
Yeah.
And a professor would be smart enough to be like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, but a professor wouldn't bring that toxicity out of me.
Yeah, because he ain't going to be out.
Yeah, he ain't going to be out doing bad professor things. He's not going to be out reading.
Do you know what a girl said recently?
What?
Who was it?
We're never going to tell them the news, innit, about our eggs, are we? We're planning
Do you know what? You know what? Let's move on to the fucking eggs. So we got our eggs checked. He did the swivelly thing.
Anna went first.
I went first.
I was watching Anna.
I'm older.
Get her thing, and she was watching.
And then basically, I'm not gonna lie, it was bad news. I don't know why I'm so in a like positive way saying this, because it was actually bad.
There's more to life than eggs.
Yeah. So basically, is there?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so basically, yeah, my eggs are less. I have less than average amount of eggs for my age.
And her hormone level.
Yeah.
Do you know what he actually calls that egg count, by the way? It's called the anthrofollicle count. Okay. That's what he called it. Your anthrofollicle count is less than the average woman, and your AMH hormone. That is a hormone that helps eggs ovulate and like makes you more fertile, is lower than the average woman.
Yeah. So when he told me that, Mandi knows because you know me so well. I was just talking normally, but I was holding back my tears.
Yeah.
I was literally holding back my tears. And then obviously Mandi went next. So I had 8 eggs, and then Mandi went next, and you had 11 eggs.
That's 3 more eggs than you, bro.
And then 3. So her egg count for her age, she's a year and a half younger than me, is also lower than average for my her age. And her hormone is also lower than average for her.
So he literally said you're either same, exactly the same, because you, Mandi, are Anna 1 year and a half ago.
Yeah. So I was feeling really emotional. I'm not going to lie.
It would have been worse if I was less than you.
I would never
and I
want
was younger, and I'm younger.
Yeah.
It was basically the right amount. Basically, we're the same.
Yeah.
But Anna's a year and a half later in life than me.
Yeah. And it's just like annoys me as well that I was never like, I wasn't educated enough on this, or I didn't know enough about this to do this earlier in my life. And I wish I did.
Why do this earlier? This is very important. I actually want to put it out there. So the more knowledge you have early on, the more options you have. So if you, let's say you're 20 years old, or you're 25 years old, and you get checked, and you've actually got a lot lower average egg count, right? So you're in a more beneficial position than us because of a few reasons.
You've got more time to play with, basically.
Yeah. And also, if you want to consider egg freezing,
your egg quality,
you will have better egg quality. So it's more about quality than it is about quantity. Your quality of eggs will be better than someone who is older. So basically, he said something really complicated, like, as you're older, the egg DNA chromosomes get damaged, and it's more likely for bad things to happen, like miscarriages or problems in birth.
Yeah.
So also,
we're actually going to, by the way, have a professor from London, from London Women's Clinic, coming on to the podcast, because I think it's important that we get someone that's actually really knowledgeable and educated on this topic to come and speak about it properly, because I feel like
we don't know enough.
We don't know enough, and we talk about it a lot. So I think our listeners deserve to know, the right information.
Yeah.
But
also, Anna, if you look, they said to you, like Anna said, I think I'm considering getting my eggs frozen. He literally said, you don't have enough eggs
from one cycle.
To get your eggs frozen. You'd have to do up to six cycles. No, he said 3.
No, he said 2 would be okay.
Oh, he said like 2. Whereas if you did this earlier, she'd probably just do 1 cycle. A lot cheaper, a lot more likely to get more eggs, a lot better quality. So that's why I think it's important to check earlier, and you can plan for your future.
For example, for me right now, when I heard that news, look, I felt at the same time, even though I was really upset and I had tears in my eyes, I was at the same time like thanking God, and I was like, God, thank you, because he did say I have like, a healthy uterus, everything was
ovaries,
healthy.
Very good. The eggs that we did have were very healthy, very good quality.
Yeah, so in a sense, I was like, I don't want to be that person. Like, I want to say like, thank you for that. Like, thank you. And then thank you that I have eggs. Like, it's unfortunate, but it's so sad that a lot of women probably go there and they don't, So I was like, you know what, thank you. But at the same time, I got a bit emotional. But I feel like everything is my own fault because I have left it to this age to go and find out about these things. And the problem with me, I'm more upset about the fact that he said you could probably have a natural, you can conceive naturally for the next like 4 years. But the problem is that I'm in a relationship where I'm not engaged, no one seems to be nowhere near getting engaged. You get engaged, when do you get married? A year later, probably, to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
And then after you get married, I mean, ideally, I would have liked to wait a bit as a married couple. And then, but I mean, let's say I don't even do that. Let's say I just get pregnant straight away. It's already what? It depends.
Yeah, exactly.
How, and then if I want to have more than one child, which I would want, because I have a sister and I know how amazing it is, I would want my child to have a sibling.
Because you need to take in consideration, like when you start trying for a baby, especially if you're like 35, it takes quite long, maybe a bit longer to conceive. And then once you have a baby, that baby grows for 9 months. And then you can't pop out, get pregnant straight away. After your body, ideally, we would want our body to recover a little bit. So if you just think about 2 kids, you're thinking about 2 years of your life, right?
Yeah, and I just got really upset, and in the sense that I'm in a relationship which I'm not engaged. I'm not, and I met Kauslik when I was 30 years old. I'm 34. And I feel like I have to have this very serious conversation with him now. Like, I need to do what's right for me. And this is not me giving any time limits. And it sounds like, the thing is, I know with Kauslik, like I can put my life on it, that he would propose to me tonight. If he had everything put together, like everything ready. He's that kind of man that wants everything to be ready for us.
Without getting into too much detail, there are like obstacles maybe in his way at the moment.
There's obstacles in his way, which I'm sure that if he didn't have, like, I know for sure he'd do it today.
Yeah.
But I know ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be married before children. It's just what I want. And I'm not going to go
settle.
That is one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to have children before marriage. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not for me. So I need to have that conversation of like, what's going on? Because I ain't got time. And it's sad in a way and scary.
I was really upset as well. I mean, because obviously like I'm in a similar situation apart from having just a year and a half extra time. Other than that, I'm in the same situation. I just have a year and a half more time to play with. But I'm also not engaged or married or anything. I was upset about the fact that my eggs are below average for a woman my age. That upset me. Makes me feel a little bit less than, where it shouldn't. 100% shouldn't. We shouldn't be defined by these things.
And I love what you said when you said, there's more to life than eggs, because it's so true. I feel like as women, there's so much pressure on us as our womanhood, is that word?
Yeah.
Womanhood, to be defined by our fertility and having babies.
That's why a lot of women go into like depression when they hit menopause, because they feel like they're not a woman anymore and all these things. Look, a lot of things aren't fair. Like the professor himself said there's a lot of worldwide research being done on how women can preserve their egg quantity and quality for longer in order to even out the playing field between men and women. Because obviously men can bust a nut in like any age and get someone pregnant, whereas we've got a time frame. But look, the curse comes with the blessing. The blessing is that when you do have a child, we have the privilege of that child's growing in my body, month after month, day after day. You feel it. You can like feel the baby.
That's a bond that they will never have.
When Gingerbeard was pregnant, that's so funny. Can we keep that? I feel like when Gingerbeard's sister was pregnant, I put my hand on her stomach and I could feel her baby kicking and her heartbeat. And I thought she's carrying that for 9 months. So it's like, that bond, that body coming from a part of you is the biggest blessing of being a woman. You know what? I don't want to say for all women, but like for women who do want a child, you can focus on that as one of the positives of being a woman.
Yeah.
Because we always focus on the negatives of like, we have a time frame and we have this, but we also have, you know, the opportunity to grow our baby inside of us.
Yeah, and we're just the better gender anyway.
We are. But also for the women who can't have kids and who have problems with their fertility, the London Women's Clinic actually has a department where they have egg donors as well. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Like women who donate their eggs and then women who use those eggs. They have incredible opportunities over there. So like there are so many options.
And also the women that are just badass and they don't want children and they just want to work and live their best life and not have to worry. Like there is so much more to being a woman than having children, I think.
So much,
I feel like we're so defined by having children. That's the problem.
And we're so defined by youth and beauty and all these things. And
yeah, when it's bullshit, it's just what's put in our brain.
Honestly, recently, I don't know, I can't stop staring at my face. Like I'm obsessed, yeah. Like with aging, like obsessed. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to end up having like a mental health breakdown or something's going to happen to me. Like, am I not with the right man, maybe? All these things, but I can't put that burden on him. It's me.
Uh-huh.
Why am I suddenly like blaming my partner for validation I should be giving myself? Like he gives me enough, compliments me all the time. But like, I panic. I'm like, why am I so obsessed with my aging? Yeah, like I'm 32. Should I be having these wrinkles? Do I have too many wrinkles under my eyes? Is it too much? What can I do? How do I get rid of it? What do I do if they get more? It's driving me insane. I'm like, I run out of time. I've always had this idea in my head, like, I'm going to look a certain way at one point in my life, and I've not reached that. And now it's like, it's too late for me to reach that now.
Do you know why you're like that? I'm a bit like that too. It stems from the fact that we haven't got a lot of depth to us in terms of like, we have depth to us that we are like, we're warm people, and of course we have a lot of depth to us in that way. We have got strong personalities, we're warm and we're good people, but we don't have depth in terms of like, we don't read enough and we don't have a lot of enjoyments that aren't from superficial things, which is sad. That is why, we said it before, we need to read more and we need to be more, have hobbies, and like we shouldn't be so focused on the outside. There needs to be more enjoyment that comes from other things. Like our enjoyments are like getting ready, getting dressed, getting ready, like taking pictures. Like, I don't know. I think it's attention.
I'm really frightened. I'm really frightened. And part of me, one of the reasons I feel like I need kids one day is because I feel like the only thing is going to take the attention off my looks is the love that I will have for raising my child.
Yeah.
And I think that's the case for a lot of women though.
Yeah, because you get so focused and like love your children.
They're so important, and you learn so much about yourself through that. I'm afraid of a lot of things. I feel like having a child definitely takes a shift off being obsessed with your own looks because you're just focused on child. And I feel like the fear of death goes away when your parents pass away. I've always thought of these two things. You're really scared of like getting old and passing away. But once you see it happen to all you've known your whole life is your parents, yeah, and they're closest people to you ever. When they get old and they pass away, you don't fear that anymore because it's almost like you're going where they're gone, even if it's the oblivious, even if it's the abyss.
Oh my God, this episode's gone really depressing.
No, it's not. Death is a part of life. Death is a part of life. Growing old is a part of life. All of these things are a part of life. And I've realized that with a lot of people, I feel like people don't fear aging as much when their such dear loved ones have aged and passed away. Because like, I can't explain it. It's something I can't explain, but maybe you just understand.
But how do you think you're going to overcome this fear of aging? I do believe it's got to do with like hobbies and reading more and stuff like that. Do you not think? Or am I wrong?
I don't think it is. I don't know, because
when you're so intelligent,
I feel like a lot of our hobbies are superficial, but your hobbies maybe change when you have kids.
But what about the women that don't want to have kids, Mandi? And they don't.
Hopefully they're not as dumb and superficial as me. Hopefully they're really in-depth, wise
exactly
people.
In depth. That's what I mean. So it comes from being
having
more,
depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
And I don't mean it in the way
I'm not that person. If I'm not that person now at 32, am I ever going to be that person? I've got books at home that my cousin gave me she is so against these like beauty ideals and beauty standards. She gave me 2 books called The Beauty Myth, another one about the lies they've told you about, and I haven't even touched them.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So I do think it's a lot to do with being more, I don't know if in-depth is the right word, because I feel like we're very in-depth people. Like I don't know what
intelligent.
Intelligent, maybe, yeah. We're also intelligent. We're just...
No, but we're superficial. I don't know, honestly,
We're
guys,
not even superficial though. If we were,
I am
we
as
would be,
superficial
if we were,
as it fucking gets.
Are we? If we were superficial, we would be with some fucking multi-millionaire guy
not
that we didn't even give a fuck about, like all these other girls, and like living in a humongous fucking villa in Dubai, driving a fast car.
Yeah.
We're obviously not superficial.
So we're not that superficial.
We do. I don't know what it is. I just think it's something to do with intelligence. Maybe you guys can tell us. It's something to do with intelligence, because
I feel like sometimes I don't have enough. I'm not enough, just personality-wise. I'm not enough. Just my soul is just not enough.
You would be that's what I mean. We're deep in terms of like we've got like our soul and our personalities and our warmth, but we're not deep enough when it comes to like intellectual
Maybe it's
stuff.
also that I feel like I'm not with a deep, intelligent man. So maybe I feel like subconsciously, maybe it's paranoia. Maybe I feel like I wouldn't be as loved and appreciated when all that is left is my soul, because someone that's really deep and intelligent would value that more.
I mean,
these are just thoughts that I've had. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't have any basis to these thoughts, but like, these are just thoughts. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe if I was with someone that was so deep and intelligent and soulful and wholesome, and I just felt like they were such a deep person that they're all about soul. Maybe I wouldn't know.
So how do you expect your partner to be? Guys, we've done such a long episode and I don't even know what we were talking about. I think I was talking about a lot of shit at the end, but I'm trying to make sense of it.
I feel like they love these episodes.
I'm trying to make sense of it all. I mean, I think maybe a lot of our listeners can tell us.
Yeah, I actually love when people, not fucking trolls, mate, but I love it when people, you know, express genuine, like, constructive criticism or opinion and things like that. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
But in the nicest way fucking possible, because why else are you fucking here then?
Yeah.
And if you want more episodes like this, subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah, most of our Patreon episodes are like this. So we do keep a lot more of we try and keep more of our private stuff on Patreon.
Because obviously we would do that because they've committed to us on a different level.
Because it just feels safe over there. Not that it's not safe
it makes
here.
sense.
Because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that listen to our episodes here that, you know, give us so much support and love, and we appreciate you for that. But it comes with a lot of like other people that are here to just be negative about us and be horrible about us. Whereas Patreon, it's basically everyone is nice.
Yeah, because when people have shown like a stronger level of commitment, you're going to feel safer with them, aren't you?
Yeah, it's automatic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just like marriage.
Exactly.
It's literally like married. It gives you that safety and that security because they've shown that commitment.
Marry us.
All right. Well, we love you guys so much.
We love you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Thursday if you're a Patreon subscriber, and we'll see you next week on Tuesday if not.
Bye.
Bye.